Welcome to Class 5 Mathematics. Let us discuss the answers for the homework given. First question, fill in the blanks. 1 is a factor of all numbers. 2 is a factor of all even numbers. The smallest multiple of 14 is 14. 6 is a factor of 18 as 18 can be divided by 6 exactly. All numbers except 1 have at least 2 factors. Second sum. List all the factors of each of the following. 18. The factors of 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18 are the factors of 18. Second one, 28. The factors of 28 are 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. Third sum. The factors of 36 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. The factors of 21 are 1, 3, 7 and 21. Third sum. Find the first 5 multiples of the following. 13. The first 5 multiples of 13 are 13, 26, 39, 52 and 65. Second sum, 19. The first 5 multiples of 19 are 19, 38, 57, 76 and 95. Third sum, 25. The first 5 multiples of 25 are 25, 50, 75, 100 and 125. The next topic we are going to see is about rules of divisibility and prime and composite numbers. The rules of divisibility helps you find if a number is completely divisible by another number without actually dividing. Let us see the rules for divisibility by 2, 5 and 10. A number is divisible by 2 only if the last digit is 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. Example 10, 22, 34, 46 and 58 are divisible by 2. Second one, a number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 0 or 5. For example, 20 and 35 are divisible by 5. Next, 10. If the last digit is 0, then the number is divisible by 10. For example, 30 and 40 are divisible by 10. Next, we will see the rules for divisibility by 3 and 9. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. For example, 48. So, sum of the digit means 4 plus 8. So, when you add 4 and 8, you get the answer as 12. So, you should see whether this number is divisible by 3. As 12 is a multiple of 3, 48 is divisible by 3. Next, we'll see the rule for 9. So, a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 9. For example, 63. The sum of the digit is 9 here. As 9 is a multiple of 9, 63 is divisible by 9. Let us see a sum. Put S if the number is divisible and no if it is not divisible. Take the number 12. The last digit is 2. So it satisfies the divisibility by 2 rule. So we write S in the place of 2 and as it ends with 2, it is not divisible by 5 and 10. So you write no there. Come to then second sum, 36. So the last digit is 6 here. So again this number is divisible by 2, but it is not divisible by 5 and 10. The next sum 45. The last digit is 5 here. So it is not divisible by 2, but it is divisible by 5, and it is not divisible by 10, because only if it ends with 0 the number is divisible by 10. So here the number is divisible by 5 only. Take the next sum, 990. So the last digit is 0 here. So it satisfies the rule of 2, 5 and 10. So this number 990 is divisible by 2, 5 and 10. The next sum is 275. The last digit is 5 here. So it does not satisfy the rule of divisibility by 2 and 10. So it is divisible by 5. So you write S in the second column. Let us see an example for divisibility by 3 and 9. So take the sum 12. So the sum of the digit is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So the number is divisible by 3 and it is not divisible by 9, as 3 is not a multiple of 9. The next sum 40. When you add the sum of the digit you get 4. So 4 is not a multiple of 3 and 9. So it is not divisible by 3 and 9. Next sum 126. So when you add the sum of the digits 1 plus 2 plus 6, you get the answer as 9. So 9 is a multiple of 3 and also 9. So 126 is divisible by 3 and 9. The next sum 612. The sum of the digit is 6 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 9. So the number is divisible by 3 and 9. The next sum 999. When you add the digits you get 27 as the answer, which is the multiple of 3 and 9. So the number 999 is divisible by 3 and 9. Next we are going to see what is a prime and a composite number. What is a prime number? A number that has only two factors, that is 1 and itself, is called the prime number. If you look at the word prime, the letter I looks like the number 1 and the word me is the number itself. So prime numbers only have the factors 1 and me, so that is the given number. So the fact, suppose if you take 5, what are the factors of 5? So 1 and the given number, that is 5. So the factors of 5 are 1 and 5. The next we'll see is the composite number. What is a composite number? If a number is not prime, then it is a composite number. For example, the number 12 has 6 factors. What are the factors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. So, if the number has more than 2 factors, then that number is a composite number. Next, we will see more about prime numbers. Take the number 1. The number 1 has only one factor. So, it cannot be a prime number, because a prime number will have exactly 2 factors, that is 1 and the given number. And 1 cannot be a composite number. Why? Because a composite number will have more than 2 factors. So, the number 1 is unique. It has only one factor, that is 1. So 1 is neither prime nor composite. Every even composite number can be expressed as the sum of 2 prime numbers. For example, if you take an even composite number to be 4, how can you express as a sum of 2 prime numbers? It is 2 plus 2. Take another number 8. So when you add these two numbers, the number should be a prime number. So the sum of 2 prime numbers should be a even composite number. So what two prime numbers when you add you will get 8. It is 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And you also know 2 is the only even prime number. Okay, I have given few sums here. Express the following even composite numbers as the sum of two prime numbers. So 10 is equal to, how do you express as sum of prime numbers? 10 can be expressed as 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. The same way you find out for other three sums also. Take the number 18. How do you express as the sum of two prime numbers? 7 plus 11. Take another number 16. How do you express this as sum of two prime numbers? 5 plus 11. This is how you will do this. So find the sum of two prime numbers for the even composite number 12, 14 and 28 in your rough notebook. Next we will see what is a prime factorization. The method of prime factorization is used to break down or express a given number as a product of prime numbers. So all composite numbers can be expressed as a product of their prime factors. So take the number 12. You should always start with the smallest prime factor. So as the number ends with 2, we can start with 2. So 2 multiplied by 6 will give you 12. As 2 is a prime factor, you leave it as it is and then you factorize 6. So what are the factors for 6? 2 into 3. So again 2 and 3 are prime factors. It cannot be factorized further. So the prime factors of 12 are 2 into 2 into 3. Now we'll go on to the next sum, 20. Here we will start with the smallest prime number. Again it is 2. So 2 multiplied by 10 will give you 20. Keep 2 as it is, as 2 is a prime factor. Factorize 10. So 2 into 5 will give you 10. 2 and 5 cannot be factorized further as 2 and 5 are prime factors. You should continue dividing by the smallest prime factor in every step. Stop when you get only prime numbers. So go on to the next sum, 27. So here the number 27 does not end with an even number. So you will go on to the next prime number. It is 3. Smallest prime number is 3. So 3 into what will give you 27? 3 nines are 27. Leave 3 aside as it's a prime factor. You again break down 9. So 3 threes are 9. So the prime factors of 27 are 3 into 3 into 3. We'll go on to the exercise 3.2. Find the prime factors by the prime factorization method. So first sum is 42. So you will start with the smallest factor. As the number ends with an even number, you can take the smallest prime factor as 2. 2 into what will give you 42? So 2 into 21 is 42. So leave 2 aside as 2 is an even prime factor. Keep it aside. Then factorize 21. So 21 it ends with 1 and what you do, as it does not end with an even number, you go to the next prime factor 3. So 3 multiplied by what will give you 21? 3 into 7 is 21. So the prime factors of 42 are 2 into 3 into 7. The next sum is 24. When you factorize 24, you get 2 into 12. Then again you factorize 2 into 6. So again 2 is a prime factor. You leave 2 aside and factorize 6 again. So when you factorize 6, you get the factors as 2 into 3. You cannot factorize further as all the numbers here are prime factors. So the factors of prime factors of 24 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Go on to the next sum, 36. So when you factorize 36, you get 2 into 18. So again you will Further factorize 18. So you get the factors as 2 into 9. So keep 2 aside and take 9. When you factorize 9, what you'll get? 3 into 3 is 9. So the prime factors of 36 is equal to 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Let us see another example. 50. So you will factorize this number. As it ends with 0, you can start with the smallest prime factor 2. So 2 into 25 will give you 50. Keep 2 aside and factorize 25 further. So 5 5s are 25. Then you take down and write it all the prime factors of 50 what you have factorized. So the prime factors of 50 are 2 into 5 into 5. I have given an activity for you. Look at this number grid. It is written from 1 to 100. So follow these instructions what is given at the side. Cross out 1 as it is not a prime number. So you will cross 1. Then what you do? Leave 2. So you will not cross 2 and you will cross out all the other multiples of 2. What are the other multiples of 2? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and so on. So you will cross out all the multiples of 2 till 100. Then what you do? Leave 3 as it is a prime number. Then what you do? Cross out all the other multiples of 3. So the other multiples of 3 are what? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 and so on. Then come to the next point. Leave 5. Cross out all the other multiples of 5. Then the next point is leave 7. Cross out all the other multiples of 7. After doing all this, circle all the numbers which are not crossed out. Then find out how many numbers are circled and write it in your rough notebook. Use the number grid given above to fill in the blanks. After crossing out whatever instruction is given, from those answers you have to finish these questions. I have given few homework sums for you. Find the prime factors by the prime factorization method. You will do this in the form of a factor tree and find out the answer. We will discuss the solution in the next class.